Zakia Vian, having spent some recovery time in the Church of the Closed Circuit on Argosy, leaves her rehabilitation room. Scorpio with his new shiny armor plating. She has a new mission to go explore this wreck. She turns to Scorpio and says, "All right, I'm feeling better. Let's do this." Hello and welcome back. It is Gone Solo Starforged. I am your host and storyteller, Royce Rosewood. In our last episode, Zakia was quite bedraggled. She tried to recover at the church in Enigma, going to Asha Volkov, who turns out is maybe a member of like a cult or some sort of heresy within the church. So that didn't work out. She got her ship. She flew back to Argosy, which is sort of a larger hub in the area. There's a cleric there named Azriel who took her in, helped her out. She was able to recover everything except for her supplies, which there's a wreck somewhere out on the ice, and Zakia has agreed to go out and explore that wreck. So that's where we're headed. So just a quick note, this episode and last week's episode were actually recorded in one long session, but I decided to split them up. So that's why I'm about to change clothes and appearance right now. Azriel tells her, sort of gives her the coordinates of where it is out on the ice, gives her a little ice ship to be able to go out there and do that. And so she's going to go out and do that. So we'll call this Undertaking Expedition. We'll call it Troublesome. And we will stay vigilant. There's no reason to hurry or move secretly. So roll plus wits. All right, that's 4 plus 3 is 7 against a 2 and an 8. On a weak hit, we reach a waypoint. Envision the location and mark progress per the rank of the expedition. But this progress costs you suffer costs and route or face a peril at the waypoint. Okay, well, get to mark progress. On a troublesome expedition, that's 3 check marks. Let's roll on this planet-side peril. And there's a little bit of life on this planet, but we'll just roll in the lifeless here. See what trouble there is. 68. Toxic or sickening environment. Ew. She's coming out across the ice, and she, comes to this waypoint, and, maybe there's a geyser that's spewing. Let's face danger. So these geysers start spewing up, and, it's kind of like this toxic fumes. And so she's got to navigate with edge. Oh. All right. 4 plus 2 is 6. This is a weak hit against a 4 and a 7. You succeed, but not without a cost. Make a suffer move. She's trying to weave in and out of these geysers, but she gets some of the gas. I don't know why it would get inside of her ship. It gets sucked into the vents before she can close the vents, and yeah, she is going to take some health loss. Moving along on our expedition. We are staying vigilant. 2 plus 3 is 5 against a 6 and a 2. We reach a waypoint, envision the location and mark progress. But suffer costs or face a peril. All right, so that's 3 more boxes on our expedition. Let's face another peril. 51. Irradiated area or object. So I think, so maybe as she's moving over the different colors of ice, so the previous one, was maybe green, and it was shooting up geysers, and this one is maybe, purple. It's like this irradiated ice. All right, well, that's definitely a face danger. She's going to connect into her ship with her gloves, kind of connect with the ship and see if she can, recalibrate the shielding to protect her from the radiation, sort of on the fly. call that plus wits. Oop. 3 plus 3 is a 6. Ooh, that's a miss. Ooh, against a 7 and an 8. Pay the price. Well, that's obviously damage against the ship. This is just an incidental vehicle, and I wasn't planning on taking damage, but now we are. So the question is, were we able to get a light vehicle or a medium vehicle? We'll roll. Under 50 is light, over 50 is medium. All right, that's a 66. Oh, and that's doubles. It's cool. So it's got 4 integrity. So we can withstand damage for pay the price. All right, so we'll take -2. So we were at 4, and now we're at -2. So the radiation definitely, despite Zakia's best efforts, definitely takes a toll on this little ship. We are continuing. All right, that's 4 plus 3 is 7 against a 10 and a 9 is a miss. You are waylaid by a crisis or arrive at a waypoint to confront immediate hardship or a threat. Do not mark progress and pay the price. Let's roll on the pay the price oracle to see what this is. 69. You waste resources. We already didn't have resources. If your supply is exhausted, reduce to 0, mark unprepared. So we are down to 0. We are unprepared because we were going out here to get supplies, and now we've lost more supplies. We're continuing out, and we're still out on the ice, but the irradiation has caused more damage than I think we anticipated. And not only is it damaging the ship, it's also the last of the supplies that Zakia had, any equipment, that's all been ruined. It's all been zapped. It's not working. We're going to keep going with wits, staying vigilant. 5 plus 3 is 8, which is a strong hit against a 7 and a 2. You reach a waypoint, envision the location, and mark progress per the rank of the expedition. So we are going to call this finish an expedition, see if this is where we're at. So we're rolling against the progress, which is 9. Strong hit against a 4 and a 6. Mark a reward on your discoveries track per the expedition's rank. 1 tick for troublesome. In terms of our quest to retrieve supplies, we've gotten to the crash site, so that's +3. We get another tick on our discoveries track. So we come up, and the ice skimmer that we've been using is, pretty battered, irradiated. Had to sacrifice to get here. But we find the wreckage of the ship, and we're able to, collect the supplies. And then additionally, let's roll on this planet side opportunity to see what else we find. Oh, 100. Vantage point reveals the lay of the land. We climb up. We sort of see the various patchwork, different colors of ice. And I think what this means is that on the way back, we know which colors to avoid. Which ones are toxic, which ones are irradiated. We'll be able to have an easier time on the way back. All right, so we are going to resupply here. Scavenging, rolling plus wits. That's 4 plus 3 is 7, which is a weak hit against a 1 and a 7. As above, but you must first deal with a cost, complication, or demand. We are unprepared. Clear the impact and take +1 supply. Okay. So while we're here, we're collecting supplies for the church, but we're also collecting supplies for ourselves. We're able to get a little bit. We're no longer unprepared, and we take +1 supply. But there is a cost, a complication, or demand. Always, always, always. So let's roll on action and theme to see what that is. 36. Destroy. 48. Innocence. As she's collecting supplies, she notices the damage on the ship, and she notices like some projectiles that are kind of lodged into it. And, missiles or spears or whatever. And as she's examining them, she notices that unmistakably, no one else would maybe able to notice, but as a member of the church, she knows this workmanship, knows the way that these were made. These were definitely made by church clerics. So this is not just like a random wreck that crashed. This was targeted by members of her church, and it got shot down. And she's starting to see that this organization that she's a part of is maybe not exactly what she always thought it would be. We will stop there. Thanks so much for following along. I hope you are enjoying this with all the twists and turns. It's certainly very interesting, and we never know where we're going to go. If you're enjoying this, please like, subscribe, and share. I really appreciate it. This is Science Fantasy Awesome, and you are awesome.